What's going on, traders? Welcome to another weekly Forex forecast. Let me know in the comments down below what pairs you're watching this week and where you think the markets are headed. We're going to break it down in this video, so stay tuned and hit that subscribe button if you want to learn more about supply and demand trading. Alright, starting off with the US dollar. The past week the banks added 5,000 longs, but they actually added basically the same amount of shorts, 4,727. And if you watched the video last week, I suggest going back, and I talked about how price was coming into this daily demand zone, and I literally pointed out how it's probably going to come like this and come back down, and it is doing just that. So go back and watch that video and see how accurate it all is. So I'd still be careful buying the dollar, but ultimately I do see this zone breaking because we are in a daily downtrend right now. So what I'm expecting to happen this week is for at least this zone to pierce through. So still bearish on the dollar, but just be careful, taking day trades in this daily demand, because even though it's tested now and it's likely going to break, we still could see these pops, right? And that's exactly what happened here. So be very careful. But just looking at this daily time frame, the US dollar is looking pretty weak. And ultimately, I do expect it to go down to 87. Obviously, that's going to take a few months, in my opinion. But like I said, wait for this daily demand to be removed. And I think looking for shorts after that would be a little bit higher probability. But you could still look for shorts. But like I said, just be careful on the lower time frames based on the fact that this daily demand is in control. All right, on to EURUSD. The past week, the banks added 16,000 longs and added 7,800 short positions. That's as price is reacting off of this daily area of supply that is very much tested. My target is still yet to be hit. I'm still in the euro. My target is up here at 1.227. So I'm still just waiting, looking to add on to my short position on the dollar. But the euro I'm probably not going to be adding on to that. I'm probably going to look at other pairs. But ultimately, I do expect this daily area of supply to break. We had a 4-hour demand zone right here that held up pretty nicely. You could have added on there. I didn't want to, based on the fact that it was just coming down pretty quick. Looking at the 1 hour, I wouldn't be taking any trades on the 1 hour or the 4 hour, and I wouldn't even be looking to short at this daily area of supply, because a lot of retail traders are looking at there. So what I would wait for is for this to shoot up, and then I'm going to take my profit most likely, or I'm just going to hold on and then add on, and then my targets exceed up here. So I just have to wait for this daily area of supply to be removed, and then I think it's a lot of upwards potential from there. But as of now, just waiting for this daily supply to be broken. I'm already in it. I wouldn't be taking any trades in it right now, but I'm already in it from down here. So that's why I'm in it. Like I said, I'd be very careful buying here, and I'd actually wait for that US dollar daily demand level to break before going long on the euro. All right, looking at the Aussie dollar, the past week the banks didn't do too much on the call reports. They added 700 longs and got rid of 167 short positions, and there's never really too much to go off the call reports on the Aussie dollar. As you can see, we have new supply up here, so I'm bullish on this pair because I'm short the dollar. I'm bearish the US dollar. So basically, I'm not interested in taking any trades right now. I just want to see this be removed first, and then I will look for long positions. But as of now, I wouldn't even be shorting this either. We do have some 4-hour supply here that needs to be, removed before going long. But ultimately, it'd be better. It'd be best to have this whole daily area of supply removed first, and that would actually create some sort of an uptrend. So after that happens, it's all upside on the Aussie dollar, in my opinion. We just need to wait for the proper pullbacks. But right now, part of being a trader is sitting and waiting. You don't have to always be in a trade. And this is a great example. If you want to trade the Aussie dollar, just wait. Look at other pairs. Look at cross pairs. Look at commodities. And gold is going up too, and the Aussie dollar is correlated to gold. So, in my opinion, it's going to go up. Just wait for this daily area of supply to be broken. Right now, just kind of sitting on my toes. All right, on to GBPUSD. The past week, the banks added 12,000 longs, and they added about 5,000 short positions as well. And real quick, if you want to join the Patreon and get my chart analysis, you'll receive a link to my charts. So every time I update a zone or trend line, you will get all of that in real time. So check that out. It's only $5 Canadian per month. Link is in the description. I hope to see you there. It would probably really help you out with your trading, especially if you're new at supply and demand. So with that being said, the target was almost hit up here at 1.42. We could see it come down here. If price does come down to this daily area of demand, I'm 100% looking for buying opportunities on a 1 hour in this daily area of demand up here. Looking at the 4 hour, there isn't too much quality right here. I guess you could call that demand. So we kind of do have a new demand area right here, but I don't like that area. I'd much rather wait for price to come up here. And what that would do is break this new high. We would have an uptrend, and then I would actually switch down to the 1 hour time frame and then look for pullbacks on a 1 hour chart. But that just hasn't happened yet. And a lot of this stuff happens, on like Tuesdays, Wednesdays. So that's why in my opinion you should join the Patreon, because then you'll get all my charts, and I update them every day, multiple times a day. So definitely check that out. Because I can only do these forecasts once a week, and a lot of the times no setups happen on Sunday that I can talk about, right? So just waiting for that 4 hour to continue the uptrend, and then I'm definitely going to be adding on to my US dollar short by going long the pound. I don't think price is going to come down to this daily area of demand, but if it does, I definitely will be looking for buying opportunities. And if price does break this target area up here, I could see it going much, much higher. So just kind of waiting on the pound right now for that 4 hour trend to continue. All right, on to USDJPY. The past week, the banks got rid of 480 longs and got rid of 700 short positions, so not too much data to go off of there. This is the daily time frame of the USDJPY, and we're kind of stuck between supply and demand, so I'm just not trading this one at all right now. And we actually talked about, if we went to the 4 hour, if you watched pretty sure it was last week, I talked about how this was a pretty key area of demand right here. As you can see, we had a test, another test, another test, and I said if you want to go short on this pair, wait for this area of demand to be removed. And look at that, it worked so beautifully. If you would have just said, okay, it's tested, I'm just gonna buy right here, then you would have been screwed, right? You would have been shorting here. Price would have came down and stopped you out. That's why it's always important to wait unless you kind of know the overall trend. But just a great example of how it's important to wait for these key zones to be removed before making a decision. Ultimately, I do think this one is going to go lower, but we could actually see price even just come up to here, even though the dollar will get weaker. But we could see this pair actually come up, test this area of supply, and then break down. So right now on the yen, essentially what I'm waiting for is for this to come up to this area of daily supply. And if not, I'm not interested in trading this pair at all. I would have to either wait for a new 4 hour downtrend like this, and then I could switch to a 1 hour, 15-minute time frame and buy and short some pullbacks there. But on the sequence that I trade, which is usually the daily 4 hour, 1 hour, or weekly daily 4 hour, there's just no setups here right now for me. So like I said, just waiting for this daily supply to be removed. I do expect this supply to hold. I do not think it will be going much higher because I am bearish on the dollar. So like I said, just waiting for that to be removed, waiting for that daily supply to be hit, or waiting for that 4 hour downtrend like that, and then start to short pullbacks on a 1 hour or 15-minute time frame. All right, on to USDCAD. The past week, the banks got rid of 7,600 longs, which was basically the amount that they added the previous week, and they added 5,000 short positions, which basically it says exactly what we're thinking, bearish on this pair. Looking at the daily chart, we have daily supply up here, so if price does come up to this daily area of supply, I'm still interested in getting in short there on a 1 hour pullback, 1 hour confirmation. As of now, on the 4 hour, there isn't much to go off of. On the 1 hour, there actually was a setup, and Friday, almost at the close, I was looking to get in short here on a 5-minute time frame. I'll even show you the zone that I was looking at, and it actually basically worked, but it was way too late in the day, and it was that zone right there. Never got the pullback, but it technically was a completely valid setup. But like I said, it was late in the day, and I didn't want to hold a 5-minute trade over the weekend. So right now in the 1 hour, that's what I'm looking at. So you could be going down to a 5-minute and still looking for, pullbacks like this, I'd probably wait for this demand to be removed first. Then you could look for shorting opportunities. On the 4 hour, I really don't see much. On the 4 hour, I'm gonna have to wait for this low to be broken, and then maybe short that zone that broke that low. So yeah, basically I'm waiting for this daily supply to be hit, or for this 4 hour trend to continue down by breaking this new low, and then I can get in short there. But as of now, I'm kind of just waiting, but I'm very bearish on this pair. And come Monday, if I do get a setup, I'm actually going to put an alert right here for the zone to be broken on the 5-minute chart, and then I'm going to look to see if there's a nice quality 5-minute setup like that that I can get in short, and that could be a setup as well. But right now, just kind of waiting. But this one's definitely on my watch list to add to my US dollar short position. All right, on to USD Swiss franc, USDCHF. The past week, the banks added 3,000 longs, and they added about 100 short positions as well. Looking at the daily chart, there's really not much going on. I'm still waiting for this new low to be formed, but then we come in contact with daily demand down here, so still kind of waiting for this daily supply up here, and I'll definitely look for a short position up there. On the 4-hour chart, there's not much going on that I like. On the 1 hour time frame, same kind of idea, really not too much, but you could actually be looking at this 1 hour chart going down to a 15-minute, looking at the trend there, and then 5-minute setups could be a decent idea. So there could be some sort of setup right here. I'm not really sure. Just kind of pointing out that the trends are okay. But looking at the daily time frame, if you do get in short, I would definitely have my target right at this demand level, right there like that. Yeah, right now I'm very bearish on this pair, specifically this pair, but I just don't see anything that I like. I would much prefer for price to come up to here to this daily supply. If that doesn't happen, then I'm going to wait for this daily demand to be removed and then look to get in short again. I'm looking at the 4 hour. Like I said, there's not much going on. I don't want to be shorting this because we're just kind of in this range right now, right? So I don't want to be shorting that. And then the problem is if this range gets broken, well, then we're meeting daily demand right here. So there's really not much going on. So as of now, just kind of waiting on this pair, but I am very bearish on this pair especially. So kind of just waiting for a setup to appear. All right, on to gold, XAUUSD. The past week, the banks added 11,000 longs and got rid of 9,000 shorts, which is not surprising to me. I've been talking about how I'm very bullish on gold, and I'll actually break down a trade that I took in gold. So if this daily demand gets hit, I'm very interested in this area, except for there's a lot of trading in this area, so I will be looking for confirmation in this daily area of demand. Looking at the 4 hour time frame, we still haven't, we haven't. Oh, I guess we have broke that high. So we could actually switch down to a 1 hour time frame. There just isn't much. If we do get something like this and we get a nice 1 hour pop, then I'll look to buy that 1 hour zone. I'm telling you guys right now that I will look to buy. This is a trade I took right here. I talked about it last week. I said I'm taking it, and I did. And look how well it worked. The only problem was I had a wide stop loss. It was something like this, where it was pretty wide because my target was up here. So I wanted to have a wide stop loss because it was a good risk to reward if I held to my target, right? So, but the problem was it basically came down. So it came down once like this, tagged me in, and there's basically no drawdown. It basically went right up, and my target was at 2-to-1, which is up here. Never got hit, unfortunately. So then I moved my stop loss to half risk. As price came back down, let me get rid of this. As price came back down again and just missed my stop loss, and then went right back up, and it never tagged it. I don't know. I'm not sure why it never tagged it. I think my take profit was actually a little higher. And then I moved my stop loss to break even after it came back down again. So I actually broke even on this trade, but it's fine. The risk reward was great on this one, and I'm happy that my analysis was correct. It just never ended up working out, but that's fine. If it would have worked out, it would have been a massive trade. So right now I'm either waiting for this daily demand to be hit, or like I said, waiting for this, waiting for a new 1 hour zone to be created, or there's actually a decent little 4 hour zone right here that you could actually go to a 15-minute time frame and look for confirmation in. But like I said earlier, join the Patreon. You'll get all my zones. You'll get everything that I'm doing for midweek on gold if you're interested in taking long positions in gold. Looking at the 1 hour, there isn't too much going on, but my targets, if we can get in on a lower time frame, you're going to have a massive risk to reward, because my target is about 1880, and actually 2000 will be my ultimate target, but that's kind of my short-term outlook on gold. All right, on to crude oil. The past week, the banks got rid of 8,000 longs, which is basically the amount of longs that they added the previous week, and they got rid of 5,000 short positions. This daily demand is still holding right here. I'm not really interested in it anymore. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, there actually is a decent little setup right here. So actually I might look for that. I'm actually going to put an alert right there like that. So if we do get in long right there, my target is 67. So look at this risk to reward right here. So let's say you get in here, you have a decent healthy stop loss. That's a 4-to-1. So I'm interested in this. If I take a loss on this, that's fine. The risk reward is 4-to-1 for me, so I don't mind that. So my alert set, probably going to take that trade in my opinion. I'm going to have to look at the retail sentiment before taking it, and it's actually a 4 hour zone as well. So I think it's a decent little setup. 4-to-1 profit in my opinion, so it's a decent little setup in my opinion. And maybe I'll take half off and then ride it up. In my opinion, I think oil is going to at least 70, 80, maybe even 100 long term. So it could be a nice little entry. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing on oil right now. I have no interest in shorting this. So yeah, watch out for this 1 hour zone. If we do get a 1 hour zone up here, I might even take it as well, because like I said, the profit margin is pretty decent on oil. Alright everyone, thanks again for watching this week's Forex forecast. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well if you don't mind. I really appreciate all the support. Let me know in the comments down below what pairs you're looking at this week, and maybe we can get in touch and you can send me a chart and let me know what you're looking at. I always like looking at charts. So with that being said, let's have a great trading week and let's make some money. Cheers.